We find ourselves once again peering in through the looking glass into our world that we have set before you. Our heroes, reunited at last, after warring with one another on two sides of the same war, find themselves in a place of ancient rest. One of three seals to be broken. The man of shadow and antlered head, enacting his vengeance once again, bringing forth the creatures of the night from the seal once holding. Entities of the mist begin to spew forth like a mighty geyser from the earth, billowing from the pillar like a gentle morning fog, reanimating the dead. As the elves watch their fellow loved ones and comrades rise once again from the heaps and mounds they had fallen in, begin marching towards them as creatures of darkened leathery wings and mist-like bodies pour from the pillar of shadow. Our heroes fulfill our prophecy. Two bells chime out single notes and call forth allies of old. Surging memories returning to champions of old. They take flight as the sky darkens and the color of the world begins to fade. The grass grows gray and the sky an ashen black. Returning to meeting grounds of ancient times, of scaled giants. Seal themselves in ancient ruin and learn of our stories. We find the experiment making sense of his surroundings. The sleeping, forgotten warrior, now awoken to his past. The child of angels, radiating his holy light in this darkened void. The sun of shadow flickering into existence. The hunter in the night, finding himself cornered. Tyrants in their time come to their ending. A man of significance not his own wonders of his future. Gathered now in a vault hidden away, we find our company of heroes. You begin to hear the sounds of banging and scratching and crushing coming from the entrance. All of you stand clustered in this room together after hearing the story that Pops had put before you. Luvash presses himself up against the wall, trying to make sense of everything happening around him while you are inside this vault. What would you like to do?
I'm going to look to Pops and say, I don't suppose you've got a plan?
At this current point in time, Pops is currently moving around the vault, searching through the several thousand drawers that magically pull themselves open, full of parchments, just thousands of these drawers, several of them pulling themselves open at a time with parchments and scrolls flying out of them towards his face, looking them over and just searching frantically for something. Doesn't seem to quite hear your question, or rather, from what you can tell, is more focused on another task at hand.
Okay. I guess I'll go in the vault and start rifling through drawers.
Okay. Make an investigation check with disadvantage.
Sounds good. Alright. Investigation with disadvantage coming right up. And then the second one. Lowest of those two being a 13.
Alright, we'll get back to that. Everybody else?
I'm also going to look for something useful, like perhaps weaponry or magical items that I might know anything about.
Make an Arcana check followed by a Perception check. Cornelius?
I'll have to say just how... Well, I was about to say, how full is this vault? Like, is it just like scrolls and monies and that kind of thing?
It looks like a typical dragon hoard in the sense that there are mounds and piles of gold and platinum and other currency with several items strewn about or floating in corners or just laying around. This is a rather impressive collection with many things that none of you have ever seen before or even could comprehend.
Well, the immediate thing is, if we die here, the money's not going to matter, so is there anything that I can find that would be very helpful for a combat situation?
There are plenty of swords and other types of weapons, shields and whatnot skewing about, but finding what would be most useful to you, that would require something else. Can I get the results on those rolls?
A nat 20 Arcana, an 18 Perception.
Well, as you look about the room, you have spent a small amount of time in this room, but a few things have caught your eye in the past, and you immediately begin to look for them. And with that perception, can you remind me specifically what you were looking for?
Magical items or weaponry or anything that could be useful.
Okay, that is very broad. So I'll do this for you. You see many bits of weaponry skewing about, and almost everything in this room is a magical item of some sort. So it's mostly if you're looking to find something for a specific individual or something that'd be most useful to you.
To me.
Alright. We'll get back to that. Sterark, Kalos. What do you find yourselves doing currently?
I'm not gonna search for anything specific, but I'm going to look for some kind of weapon that I could use, because I don't believe I have anything. Like something that might have been stored, like a valuable artifact kind of weapon.
Sterark.
I
Ishta
want to.
is clutching to your arm currently. Hasn't moved from her position.
Okay. I currently want to keep an eye on Kalos. And if he's moving around and looking for something, I guess I'll try and help him out.
Make an investigation check on Kalos.
Alrighty. An 11.
As you stare at Kalos, everything seems normal. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Which contrasts to what happened a little earlier. But seems fine.
And if he's doing something, I want to see about helping him out. Because, I want to keep an eye on him and make sure he's away from Cornelius. Which I'm pretty sure Cornelius wants as well. And B, if he's okay, I just want to keep checking. He did come out of a bean.
Yeah.
It was birthed of a flower, thank you very much.
It was once a bean.
Very poetic.
Beans are flowers.
So, should I make an investigation check, see what I find?
Yes.
Like, weapon-wise? Okay.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, do I have a roll, or...?
Yes, I want specific, like, investigation checks from people.
Can I throw with advantage, because Starrick's helping me?
Yeah, I
yeah,
did want to
sure.
make sure and help him out.
That is a 24... Just soft. No natural. Just 24.
24. You find two tiny, like ornate daggers with purple metallic blades.
Ooh. I'm gonna flash them to Starrick, and I'm gonna like sheath them on my sides.
I'll nod with a wry smile. Then I'll...
should I roll, or...?
Yes.
That's an 18.
What were you looking for again?
Mostly anything that would help me get us out of this situation. So armor, weapons, any sort of like...
Okay.
Anything that I would be able to point out, like, have some sort of effect that would...
So let's start resolving some of these things that have been happening. Firstly, Nervek. You have assisted somewhat in a search for something that you do not know what you are quite looking for. Hence the disadvantage roll. So as you were looking through just random drawers and cabinets and whatnot, you found many old texts. These sort of just pieces of parchment that have been sustained very well. And all of them are written in a language that you have no idea. So your efforts seem fruitless at the current time. Alright, Emery, you find a display case, a very ornate display case with several twisting metallic rods that are only about maybe 6 or 7 or so inches long, very thin with many ornate fixations upon the end of them. Some of them have small gemstones or dried deceased animals. All of them seem to be magical.
Can I take them?
You got a natural 20 on Arcana, so I'll go ahead and tell you that these are all wands. So to list off the ones that are inside of this box, inside this display case, you've got the Wand of Lightning Bolts, the Wand of Magic Detection, the Wand of Polymorph, the Wand of Secrets, and the Wand of Magic Missiles. Those are the 5 that are inside there.
Okay. Can I take all of them?
Go ahead. Who else was looking for items?
I was.
Okay, for you. You begin searching around, and there are a couple of things that you find. You don't really have that much study of arcane implements. So mostly you find very interesting looking swords or war axes, things of that kind. But what immediately catches your attention is a hilt to a blade that has no blade.
What happens if I touch the hilt?
You touch the hilt, and nothing happens immediately.
And if I grasp it and hold it?
You can feel some sort of radiance emanating from this item, but you'd have to concentrate on it for longer in order to fully understand it, i.e. requires attunement.
Okay, the next major thing, I guess, is there any, like, non-magical or not, maybe, like, heavy armor, like, half plate or plate?
Make another investigation check, then. Anybody else that was looking for items?
That's an 8.
None that fit you.
Seeing that my search to assist Pops is not going well, would I be able to have a new task?
Yes.
I just want to look for anything. I want to look for a black sphere, if there's anything like that. I want to look at it, and then any texts involving true names or anything of that sort. I didn't mean to throw that.
True names? What was that?
True names of, like, demons and fiends, anything of that sort.
Make an investigation check, I suppose.
Okay. And if not that, just magical stuff. 27.
27.
Yeah, not natural, sadly.
You find a... You do eventually find a black orb, but it does not seem to be a magical item. It's tied to something else, and you can't find what it is tied to. As you draw your hands near it, you begin to feel an immense pressure trying to crush your hand. So you pull your hand away.
Makes sense.
And you're not entirely sure what it is, but that's the best thing that I could give you that fits your description that you gave me.
As I see everyone grabbing, I suppose, implements to better arm themselves, I'll look at Kalos and I'll ask, "You mind helping me out?"
Oh, of course, of course. As you helped me, and I
The
will help him look.
loud slamming and scratching is getting louder.
Also, after this, then, I'd like to ask Stark. And, Stark, how do you feel about this whole thing? Do you think we're gonna be okay?
We'll find a way.
As we always seem to do.
So as I'm kind of searching around, can I find a way to figure out more about this hilt? Just kind of as a kind of multitasking.
You would really need to focus on it to attune to it and activate it.
Do you want me to roll to look for?
Yes.
Yeah.
What specifically are you looking for?
A better rapier. Something very, very out of the ordinary looking.
All right.
22.
Oh,
Soft.
and I'm also helping. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
wanna roll
Hold on.
again.
You only need to say soft 20. If it's higher than 20, then it's not natural.
Yeah, 22.
Okay. So you're looking for some sort of blade?
Uh,
Because unless you're looking specifically for some sort of rapier.
I'm thinking specifically.
Okay. Make a history check to help you with this.
Okay. That's a 9.
Then I'll say Kalos is the one who recognizes this first. Kalos, while you're helping him look, you find a set of weapons that are kind of near some of the armor that Cornelius was inspecting. And you see resemblances between the armor that is on these stands and the armor that that Sterak is wearing, except for several stylistic differences. And because of what you know, you recognize that these are some of the armaments of the Silver Conclave.
Ooh.
And you also remember that each of the conclaves had their own stylistic choices for their champions and warriors and whatnot. And upon this weapon rack, you find one of the several rapiers of the Silver Conclave. The blade seems to be made out of this almost hardened ice, with a sort of silver handle and a silver dragon's head at the pommel.
All right. Then at that, then I will kind of tug on Stark's pant leg, I guess, or armor leg. I don't know. And
Just knock.
Hold on. And I'm gonna kind of in a hushed tone almost say, "Hey, isn't that some of that conclave, the silver conclave armor over there?" And I thought you were a rapier kind of guy, so I mean, over that way, I'm gonna point at it. I saw a pretty good-looking rapier.
You know of the Silver Conclave?
I know a lot more than you think I do, as I've learned in that bean.
Just what happened to you in there?
Listen, Stark, I know everything about you. Everything now. I know about the king, I know about your wife, I know about the thing that killed your wife. I saw your entire life while I was there.
We'll talk about this later.
Yes, and also, I am sorry for everything that's happened to you.
No need for apologies.
And in the middle of your conversation, you hear a very very loud, sort of vacuous pressing of air. And it's so loud it immediately makes all of you turn your heads in the direction of Luvash, who is looking at all of you, and behind him is... I'm going to say that natural 20 Arcana check is still kind of carrying this a little bit. Which makes sense because of what's been happening in recent times. You see that he has activated a spell scroll of teleport. And he looks at all of you and says, I mean you no disrespect, but I would prefer not to die here. And I believe I have places where I can stay. So, it's been nice, I suppose you could say. But I grow tiresome of sitting in this same place. I will carve my own path. What does everybody do?
I'm just gonna stand there angry and just saying to myself, that damn traitor.
Yellow-bellied coward.
Settle down. He found what he had, and if he's got somewhere he can go, then let him.
I'm just gonna turn away and say nothing.
Whoosh. And he disappears in bluish shards of magic. Now then, who else was looking for something that hasn't had their stuff resolved? Or who is still missing information about what they found?
I just still want better armor.
You know what? I'm gonna Arcana check, I guess, the daggers that I got, the purple ornate ones.
I can help you with that. I can just send you the information.
Okay. Do I not even need to make a check, or?
Well, I mean, you recognize it. You've seen it before.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Not the rapier, but this.
Yeah, the daggers.
I'm still looking for anything that looks like it would help me, whether that's like weaponry or a scepter or a pair of shoes.
Ooh, a set.
Literally.
Some sick kicks.
Yeah.
Nervex's looking for anything.
Okay. It is a dagger version of that.
All right. Thank you.
You can use the same stats as that.
Yeah.
A 1d8 dagger.
Then also I'd like to kind of focus on him a little. I'd like to just kind of space out a little bit and just focus on them.
There are plenty of scepters around. But I think what catches Nervex's immediate attention, not by any will of your own, but by what sounds like whispers, sort of just calling towards you in only one of your ears. As you begin to follow the sound, you find this jet black cloak, where the arms have these almost web-like, I'll just say it, wings on it.
Okay.
Where it goes from the wrist all the way down the side, connecting to the torso. I'll send you the information on that.
Thank you.
Who else is missing stuff?
I think that's everyone.
Yeah, aside from me just looking for any armor at all that's like better than chainmail, can I tell if I would have enough time to like focus on this sword?
You are all unsure on how much time you'd really have.
Is Pop still just rifling around through the drawers then?
Yes, frantically, just trying to find, like, and with the magical assistance of his own abilities, just constantly doing so. It's almost like a small cyclone of just papers everywhere. The ones that are not needed being cast off.
Starark, you know what he's looking for? Or Emery, any of you guys who know a bit more about this place than I?
Not sure.
I don't think I know of this place.
You do not know of this specific room, no.
Yeah. I'm
Regardless,
sorry.
I believe we should help the man.
If we don't know what we're looking for, we may cause more harm.
Speak to him, perhaps.
We might just be getting in his way.
Well, all right then.
I'd say let him focus on what he's doing.
Yeah,
agree.
well this is going on. If I can't find anything else, I'm gonna focus on this hilt for what time we have.
I'm gonna look for a bag of holding. A few if I can.
Make an investigation check with disadvantage because they're tiny and this is a large room. And you're looking for multiple. It would be an easy task to find one, but multiple.
Well, I'm looking for at least one. If I find multiple, then good. But
Investigation with disadvantage to go for that chance for multiple.
Zero?
I am a gracious god, you find one.
Oof.
Blessed by God.
Shove all the gold in there.
And then I'm now going to proceed to shove as many magical items as for potential use later.
As long as they're not blades.
Preferably something of a less, like, sharp nature and something more like a rings or staves.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
19.
Alright. As you're looking at this horde, you feel the urge to consume. Something deep within you begins to rise up with this urge, but you press it back down. And continue at your task at hand.
Consume in what way?
Consume. To more than acquire. To physically consume.
Okay, I get you.
Eat gold.
You as well, Starark, begin to watch Ishta's eyes begin to wander over the horde as well.
Hey. Don't get any ideas.
Two large, heavy thuds from outside.
What do you suppose those were?
I'd like to know everybody who is attuning to their things.
I am currently trying to.
I am as well.
That makes 3 of us.
I'm
Derek,
looking for shit.
Oh, I have to.
your rapier requires attunement.
I've been more kind of worried on everyone else. But I also didn't know.
I sent you the info, didn't I?
I did, but it's been loading for a little bit. Ah, okay, yeah.
Like the first line.
No, it hasn't, like... Oh, well, I could have read it there. Alright, dim-wittedness aside, yes.
Okay. I don't think Emery picked up anything that required attunement.
I don't know how wands work, so
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Probably like a one-time use.
I know wands sometimes have charges, but
Do you have to attune to potions?
The... You wrote down which wands you got, right?
yeah.
Read them back to me, because I chose them at random.
Okay. It was lightning, detect magic. It's one about secrets, I think.
Okay.
Find it. Wrote it down.
Yep, there was the Wand of Secrets. There's 2 more, though. I gave you 5.
Polymorph and magic missile.
Polymorph and Lightning Bolt require attunement.
Okay.
And that's an hour of time that all of you are trying to spend currently.
Yeah.
So are you attuning as well?
If I'll attune to at most the wand of lightning bolt.
Yeah. Lightning Bolt's wand. Ooh boy. It's a good wand.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, though, is besides the Lightning Bolts and Polymorph, do not require attunement.
Okay.
And
They have charges.
I will send you the Lightning Bolts information. That's probably the one that you're going to be using more. There you go.
Okay.
So, everybody spends their time focusing on these new implements. And as you do so, you continue to hear things from outside. You can hear each time one of the boulders of the cave-in is thrown or removed or cast aside, and you begin to hear them coming closer and closer and closer, and you hear an explosion followed by a burst of what you assume to be steam. Do any of you stop what you're doing?
Question, just because I don't really know. If you are attuning to something, does it have to be like in one shot, just like all in one go, or
Yes,
can you like
it is
stop
an
and start?
hour of straight focusing.
So if I stop, I'd have to start the hour all over again?
Yes.
Oh god. Because I really don't want to get caught with my tail between my legs, but like at the same time, I really need to attune to these.
I'm not gonna look because I'll probably be warned by Ishta.
How much longer do we have, or how long have we been?
I'd say about 45 minutes total.
Okay. I'm just.
Well, I'm gonna try to hold my concentration.
I
I'm
believe
gonna try
everybody's
and-
then. Hold then.
Yeah, sweating through it.
You hear more sounds of crashing, and then another explosion, then another explosion. All the while, Pops is still searching for something. And then, the hour is up. The attunement processes that had been in progress have come to an end. Kalos, both of these daggers' secrets are unlocked to you, and you recognize them as Vorpal daggers.
Epic.
Cornelius, you finish the attunement process, and as you do so, a blade of radiating light emits from the hilt as you unlock the secrets of a sunblade.
Shiny.
Nervek, after finishing the attunement process, the cloak begins to burn away. And in their place, you see two leathery black wings that simply fold themselves against your back.
Oh.
And you can feel the back of your neck just tingling with excitement.
Yeet.
No cloak for Nervek. Another more powerful entity had another design in mind. Sterark. The weight of this blade is perfectly balanced. Its design is intricate, ornate, and beautiful. And as you finish the attunement process, this thin mist of whitish energy emits from the mouth of the silver dragon's head at the pommel, and you watch as the air around the blade begins to freeze and crystallize and crack as you have unlocked the secrets of a Frostbrand. I believe that was everybody's, right? Except for the Wand of Lightning Bolts, which is a Wand of Lightning Bolts.
Zap zap.
Did I grab any other items while trying to shove them in my bag?
Well, that's why I asked if you were tuning or not. That is an hour of
Oh.
straight focus.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was now straight focus for both or just half of it for one.
No, it's an hour per attunement. And if any of you guys have any other magical items, remember that you can only have 3 things attuned at a time.
Mhm.
I don't think I've been that gracious over the course of our campaign.
Look, I've got like 6.
Oof. I'd like to, just me as a player, what does the door look like?
The door?
Yes, to the vault.
The way that you got into the vault, it's a gargantuan steel door with a rotating lock mechanism, and then beyond that, where you would come in from, was a rotating stone disc.
Okay. So it's kind of like a stereotypical like bank vault kind of thing, where it's like one big wheel.
Sort of, yeah, that's a good way to
Okay.
think about it.
Okay. I'd like to listen against the door, perhaps, just to hear what I hear on the
Make
outside.
a perception check.
Okay. Let me just get that right up. Perception. All right, that is a 17.
You hear whispers. Come to us, Kalos. Find comfort in our grasp. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Your friends will betray you.
That's a 5.
All of you begin to watch as Kalos begins to, seemingly without his knowledge of how the mechanism for the vault works, begins to flawlessly with this uncanny fluidity begin to go through all the motions of opening it. And it is very otherworldly.
Can we not try to attempt to stop him?
Oh, you can. It's going to take a little bit, but you can see that he's doing something that he shouldn't know how to do.
Yeah. Because I'm going to try and do that. The stopping of him. You want me to roll anything, or
Depends on how you want to stop him.
Well, I want to get him away from it, just kind of pull him away.
Grapple check.
So just a strength roll.
Strength or dexterity.
And is that contesting mine?
No, it's just against your AC.
Oh, okay.
18.
And I have an AC of 14.
You are grappled.
Okay.
So you reach forward and you grab him, and something about him makes him more difficult to find a holding on. Almost as if there's this slick, almost oil-like, transparent liquid just completely enveloping Kalos that you did not recognize or see before. But you do eventually find a way to get a grasp on Kalos, and you pull him away.
How do I feel during this whole, like, mystical kind of moment? Like, I shouldn't know how to do this. Like, how
You
do I
feel
feel?
numb.
Ooh.
Now that I've grappled him and I notice this sort of... What did you call it? Like a ghastly liquid?
Yes.
Let me take another look at him like, what's going on here?
Also, have I snapped out of it yet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. If he's still resisting my grapple, then I'm just gonna keep holding on.
What's everybody else doing?
So there's Kalos has tried to do that. Is there like you said, there's like crashing up against the, like they know we're here, they know about the vault and everything.
Probably at the cave-in where you last saw them. But you're not entirely sure what's going on out there.
I want to try and figure out these wings.
You've got them figured out.
I-
That's what the attunement was for.
Right, like I can stretch them like
Yes.
they're an appendage.
Sort of.
Okay.
They feel like an appendage, but you know that they can also be removed if you want.
Okay.
They still keep the properties of the magical item.
I love the wings of uncanny flight.
I guess one last like extremely brief look for anything defensive I could use.
There are plenty of shields strewn about that may or may not have any significance.
Any of them that just like look nice at all?
There's one that has the brand of the Silver Conclave.
It's probably a lot less dented than what I have.
Alright, you take it up and it's a +1 shield.
Oh, hey, neat.
So I'm gonna attempt to fly, just like not high off the ground, just I don't know, maybe 10 feet.
You do so. With, as you concentrate on wanting to gain altitude, the wings outstretch, and you can feel them outstretch from your shoulder blades, and begin to... And you just kind of hover there for a moment before dropping back down, trying not to fully use the extent of the magic.
Yeah. Okay. So I can do that. Wow. Quickly searching the room, I want to try and find anything that would have the reach property, a pole arm of any sort. If there's nothing there, that's A-okay.
I don't think you'd find anything that would be better than what you currently have.
Okay.
Can I ask a mechanics question?
I can give you a mechanics answer. You need to change your oil.
Well, I mean, it's more for the group. Does anyone have any sort of, like, aversion to sunlight?
No?
I'm kind of fair-skinned. I didn't really put on any sunblock or anything like that, so...
Thank
I
you.
just asked because this item actually emits actual sunlight.
Kalos can't answer, but I mean, like, also when you touched him, he kind of, you know, started to vaporize. So I mean, like, play at your own risk, I guess.
I'm reflective.
A shine.
You're a beacon.
Draenora, Season 1, Episode 3. Check it out.
Oof.
Well, as long as no one's melting.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to be melting.
But yeah, with whatever time we have left, I'm gonna shoving shit into my bag of holding.
Just at random. So,
Yeah, at random, magic items, gold.
A version of
just anything that is
anything.
immediately in your vicinity. I get you.
Yes. Basically.
Sweeping arm motions.
Enter bag, please.
Yeah, I get you. And about 10 minutes after all of you had finished attuning, all of the papers that are spiraling in the air just drop to the ground. All of the scroll cases drop to the ground. And Pops is holding a single piece of parchment that's slightly rolled at the edges.
Is Kalos still struggling?
Make another wisdom save.
All right. Oh, that's a 10.
Does anyone want to smack him?
I mean,
My
I'll
instincts
bop
would.
him.
My instincts say yes. My like knowing what would probably happen, no.
Alright, you bop him. Roll with advantage.
Epic.
Like, snap out of it. Donk.
That's a 21.
You snap out of it. The charm effect has worn off.
Yes.
So while that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and. You got what you're looking for?
He holds up a map and walks over to the sort of concentration of all of you. You're not sure at what point, Starark, but you see just kind of slightly obscured behind one of the hills of gold, Ishta just shoving gold in her mouth. With this very, like, dazed look on her, like a 1,000-yard stare, kind of.
Keep your dog under control.
I'll look at him and at Pops, and I'll say, "I apologize."
Can I try to go over and try, like, because I see Starark holding down Kalos and what he tried to do. Can I try to kind of get Ishta back to her senses?
We'll get to that. Let's resolve this map thing first. So, Pops comes forward holding a map. And as you look at this map, it looks very similar to the map of Draenora, except it's carved up into several portions with several strange markings and certain structures as well as markers are on this map that you have never seen on any other map before. Well, that goes for all of you except for Starark and Kalos. You see a version of a map pre-Dragon Wars. And as you're gazing at this map, Pops is sort of just running his hand over these three marker sort of emblems. And Cornelius, the westmost emblem is over the Western Mountains. Very, very close to the Dwarven Kingdom. Another one is directly in the center, where you all know Eleanor was built sometime after, supposedly after the Dragon Wars, as there is no city in the spot where the emblem is on this map. And then the last one is directly in the center of the Ebonwood on the east. And Pops speaks. His face seems very drained. Alright, listen. I found what I was looking for. This is a map of where the seals were. As I told you before, I'm positive that we cannot use the seals again. There are no survivors of those who had originally put them into place. They died thousands of years ago. Before even my time. After all of this searching, I've gotten what I've needed. And as he's speaking, you hear what sounds like shattering glass. Just a large burst of air followed by a horrific scream and screech of thousands of humanoid voices all simultaneously bellowing out. And as you're walking towards Ishta, she hears this scream and immediately snaps out of whatever she was doing and turns around and looks in its direction, and you can see visible fear on her face. What do you do? All of you.
I'll immediately go to Ishta and see about calming her down.
Also, do you drop me?
Yeah. Not drop.
Like,
Spike.
Oh, head right into the ground.
Just suplex this guy.
Yeah, I suplex Kalos into the ground.
Oh god. Kalos has already been through enough.
But yeah, I'll put Kalos down and I'll head over to calm Ishta a bit.
You said what sounds like shattering glass, so why was there any like glass or anything in that last room?
I mean, there was a veil-like barrier of magic.
That is not good. So I guess I have to ask Pops, is there a way out of here other than through?
He kind of stares just past you for a moment, almost as if looking through you to whatever was behind you. I have an idea, but it will take time.
So then we make our stand here.
I need Emery and someone who can read arcane script. And he looks at all of you.
It's definitely not me. Wait, actually, can I? Can I make
I'll
a
turn to Ishta.
Whoever can cast magic can read arcane script. It's just magic
I'll do
language.
Ah.
I can help you with that.
And
Would having multiple people speed up the process, or is it only just like specific amount?
the plan is to use that teleportation circle in the corner. and a spell scroll that I have of the spell. And we need to see our destination, so I need Emery to use this scrying orb to see the location. And you can leave. But it will take time. And the rest of us will need to keep them from being interrupted.
We'll see about buying you time.
I'm gonna speak up. And I'm going to say in Pops' direction, how much time do we have left until the door or whatever breaks down?
And you just see him take in a deep, deep breath. And slowly begin to exhale it as his form begins to grow and expand into its full length. And you once again see the intimidating presence of an ancient silver dragon. Using 5e standards, but if you want to use other standards, what would be more applicable, it would be a silver great worm.
It's like he's like colossal. Well, gargantuan.
Gargantuan, yes.
I'll turn to Sterak. Guess that means this is our job then.
And we'll do it to completion. Right, Kalos?
Yes, anything that will solve whatever is going on out there.
Not to start an argument or anything at this specific time, but can you run more support cap? After what's been going on with you, I'm afraid to have you right in the front lines.
Well, I don't think I can do much else other than be on the front lines. I have no way of supporting you.
At this point,
I just don't want to lose you again, buddy. But I guess we have to take the risk.
Kalos, with a wary face, is gonna pat his bicep twice and say, "Ah, don't have to worry about me. I'll be okay."
I'm gonna put my full trust in both of you.
How big is the vault? Like, how wide? Is it like 10, 15 foot? 5 foot?
The vault itself is about 45 feet in, it's a 45-foot, cube.
Well, meaning like the doorway, the entrance.
The entrance is a 45-foot cube wall.
Ooh,
Ooh, it's a big door.
big door, yeah.
Yeah, but it also did not open, like, on itself. You guys passed through a threshold to get in.
And it's currently being banged on.
You don't know if that's the vault door, if that's outside there in the meeting chambers.
I guess what I'm asking is that obviously if it was a door, we wouldn't want to stand directly behind it as it's getting pounded in, because then they'll just barrel through up. So that's what I was kind of thinking about positioning.
Oh, also, Kalos has something to say. He is going to look to both Sterak and Cornelius, and he's going to say, "Oh, and another thing. Don't get too close, because the last time I did that, I heard voices, and then I couldn't control myself. So, don't want any of that happening."
All right.
So, as all the preparations are being made, the scrying orb is sent over to you, Emery. But this could also be done in reverse because Pops did not know that Emery has the spell to do so. i.e., meaning that the spell scroll is not necessary.
I don't have the magic at this point to
Yes.
cast, so I'm gonna have to use a scroll.
Alrighty.
Do rituals cost spell slots?
He is not a ritual caster.
Oh. Well, I guess that sounds that then.
Alright. So, you both perform the setup put forward by Popson.
Yeah.
So you begin to use the scrying orb, and you hear Pops' voice communicating with you telepathically, describing a place. Far, far, far to the west from here. A place deep, deep inside of a cave. He describes a door on the opposite side of a ravine. Behind a very intricate locking mechanism, he describes the location of the other teleportation circle. And then you hone in on this information, and you see the teleportation circle. You see its sigil sequence and its runic patterns, and it all makes sense to you. And then you use the scrying orb to project that image into Nervek's mind. And Nervek, this image of the teleportation circle, as you're holding the spell scroll out, you begin the casting process of linking the two temporarily in order to use the spell cast.
Okay.
Now, I just need to make certain on one thing. Give me a moment. Alright, just needed the casting time on teleportation circle. That is a minute. So, the rest of you take up positions. Who is nearest the door?
I'll be nearest the door.
Okay, you are unaffected. So as you draw closer, despite Kalos's warning of whispers, you hear none.
Before combat starts, I would like to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Alright.
That's a bonus action.
And then you hear what sounds like cascading rocks. And almost as if a river being stopped by a single boulder, you hear the sounds of crashing and violent movement from outside the vault door. They have broken through the barrier. and all of you stand ready, waiting. And suddenly, the front side of the vault, the side that is the entrance, begins to shimmer and fade, and you begin to see the stone disc at the other end of this room begin to falter, crack, with streaks of the mist begin to pour through until, in a fraction of a moment, everything breaks. I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
Got it. $13.
Well then.
I got an 18.
Cornelius and I rolled 9s.
10.
You're going first, Derek. You have the much better dex.
There's only 5 of you, right?
Yeah, Luvash disappeared.
Peaced out.
Right.
Deuces.
He's going on a trip.
In our favorite rocket ship.
I will be using a D10 to keep track of the 10 rounds that it will take teleportation circle to go off. Oh, wow. So currently, all that floods the room is the mist humanoids pouring forward and crawling their way, almost like a fluid crashing river enveloping the immediate space in front of you. First round of attacks are going to come at the closest target to them, which I believe was said to be Cornelius. That is an 18 to hit.
That is a miss.
Both attacks slam against your exterior, but this radiance of light sort of evaporates the mist as it comes close, not entirely strong enough to pierce through. Alright, up next, well, you're going to be using your turn focusing on that. It would be Nervek, but
I'm busy.
up next is another mist creature. Who was second closest? I believe it would be Kalos.
Yeah, because I got put down and then, you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I went back.
Yeah.
16 and 18.
Both hit.
$13 points of damage.
Alright.
What type of damage is being dealt?
I considered saying it, but I don't believe any of you are resistant to anything, except for the two of you that are resistant to lightning.
I'm resistant to necrotic.
True.
Yeah,
I
same.
like to use uncanny dodge.
Alright, so you reduce that by half. That
Yes.
is your reaction for the turn.
And that was 16 damage?
Yes.
Or
No, it was
okay.
13.
13, sorry. So should I do 7?
It
Or,
rounded up, yeah.
Okay, so
No, it's
took
always
7 then.
rounded down, so 6.
I thought it was always
Oh,
rounded
6
up.
damage, okay.
Down. Common misconception. So both of the claws of this mist creature find their purchase, but all of you watch as portions of Kalos's form just dissipate and avoid some of the immediate damage. You hear 3 more. As currently the stone disc door is acting as a funnel between you and what is behind the stone wall. Kalos, what is your dex mod?
My dex mod would be +4.
Alright, then you're up next.
Epic.
Fortnite gamer.
Alright, so how many are like near me? Because I was getting kind of eaten up a little bit.
It's less about it's all one large mass.
Okay, so
So-
I'm just gonna try to slash at it with my newly found dagger. And to hit, is that because it's a finesse weapon? That
You
would
add your
be
dexterity, proficiency, and then the bonus for the weapon.
okay. All right. Oh wow, it's plus a lot. That would be plus 11. That's a natural 1 turned into a 12.
Okay. You only get 1 attack? Oh, you got 2.
I might.
For you to know.
Yeah, I know.
And for us to never
Rogues
find
don't
out.
get multiple attack, but rangers do.
And I removed all levels in Ranger.
Alright,
Yeah, rogues get the 1.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I only have 1.
that's then. Miss is gonna take an attack at Sterark. That is a natural 20 and a soft 20.
Both hit.
Oof.
The first one is 14 points of damage for the crit, and 8 points of damage. This is currently slashing damage.
All right.
Also, I know it was a natural 1, but does anything happen when I try to attack it?
You just don't hit it.
Okay.
It oscillates out of the way.
It's a 14 out of what?
And an 8.
All right.
That was a 16. Wait, no, 4. Yeah, 14, sorry, because it's 6 times 2 plus 2. So 14 and an 8 for a total of 22.
Alrighty.
Just making sure I get everybody in the right order on. Alright, got everything set now. Emery, you're currently focused on describing the teleportation circle, so that's your turn. Sterark.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Ishta.
Okay. Oh, I didn't roll initiative for each. Or Pops. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, Pops got a natural 20, so.
What a legend.
It is Pops we're talking about here.
And
That is
Ishta
true,
got a
that is
natural 3 plus her stats.
Oh, poor
Hell
Ishta.
yeah, she's afraid. Yeah, shield of faith on her.
Who has not assumed her dragon form yet.
Yeah,
Just point of clarity.
thought so.
I'm gonna make up for Pops not taking his turn, and he's going to unleash his breath weapon.
Aren't we in the way?
No, because the entity is larger than all of you, and he is shooting from a cone from above you.
You
Oh,
dangle it in
cool.
front of us.
Yeah.
Breath of fresh air.
I mean, it is gonna feel like a fresh mountain breeze.
Yeah, that was the joke.
I just need to get the stats on that really quick. Because the mist rolled high. Yeah, but I don't think they beat a 24 DC Constitution save.
I don't think any of us could beat that.
You'd be surprised.
Anything's possible with a natural 20. And you watch as the immediate portion of the mist that was in front of you immediately crystallizes as this cone of sleet and hail, and liquid silver, as well as snow, and just this intense freeze cascades down upon the mist and crystallizes it and bursts into this dust, but is immediately followed back by another surge of this river of mist. That was... I didn't even roll because that was like 10d8, so I'm just gonna use like the normal amount. The average is 67. It's 15d.
15D.
Just gonna take the it definitely kills these things.
Murked shadow with an ice breath. Is it still my turn?
Well,
It
Shield
is
of
your
Faith
turn.
is a bonus action, so
Yes.
you should still have some.
Yeah. Because then I can go up and start slashing at these things.
Go for it.
Here goes.
Axe. Has anybody dealt
that'll
damage
be
to
it.
it so far?
The new one? No.
No, just to the mist in general.
Yeah. We've
much was
dealt.
No, we haven't dealt
No?
damage. Kalos tried and he missed.
Oh, yeah, and that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. It's too
That's
late now,
a-
but I could have used halfling luck.
Yeah, you could have. That's a 26 and a 22.
Both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage. As you begin to grow more accustomed to your weaponry.
That's a 16 and a...
You're including the added cold
20.
damage, right?
Yes. Yeah, a 16 and a 20 for a total of 36.
What damage dice are you rolling?
D8.
Okay. How'd you get numbers that big?
My bonuses.
Would it be wrong to
You're only
ask a
adding
hypo-
dexterity?
Strength.
Strength.
would
Not
it be wrong
proficiency, right?
to
That's what I forgot to take off. Thank you for reminding me. Then that's, it's an 11 and a...
Just to muddy the waters even more, if it has any
16.
pluses to it, you should add those.
The pluses are already added.
Yeah, the weapon pluses.
Okay. Yeah, the pluses onto the weapons themselves, because they're
Yeah.
magical.
11 and 16.
Got it. Alright, Kalos, you were saying?
Yeah, okay, so will this be a bad time to ask like a hypothetical?
Yes, it would. You do not need a delta
Because-
hypothetical in the Draenora.
No. It's not like that, I swear. Okay, so is this like a wall of just like I can't see any like cracks through because I was just
It's
looking.
it's
at
like 40
descriptions.
feet of mist river in front of you before it hits
Okay.
the stone wall with the sliding circular disc that was the entryway into this chamber.
Nice.
Think of like a sea of corn.
I was just about to say like, because isn't it something? Halfling nimbleness. You can move through the space of any creature that is a
This is considered a colossal creature.
Okay, so it's just like it is just a wall.
In the
of
rulings,
space.
you can think of it as a swarm. It is a single entity made up of smaller entities.
So impossible to move through.
Yes.
Okay.
You can attempt,
That's what I thought, but no,
Anything
I don't
is
wanna die
possible with a
trying.
natural 20, Callus.
Somehow you juke out the mist.
Alright, and with that, it is Cornelius's turn.
I don't think I can Thunder Smite, can I? No, that's a bonus.
So I'm
action.
going to do a couple of things. The first thing is I'm going to spend an action to activate my Radiant Soul.
Did you do that already today?
I don't believe I did, and even if I did, I got the benefits of a long rest.
Yes,
I
you
think that was
did.
last session.
Yes, you did.
So I'll activate that, and then I will use my action surge to take a swing at this swarm of creatures.
Oh wow, you're just gonna dump everything, huh?
Oh yeah, we gotta hold these guys off. And I honestly just want to get an attack this turn. So I have to ask, are these is this considered like an undead? It does make a difference with the
Yeah, I
Sunblade.
know, because of the Sunblade. That's interesting. That's an interesting question.
Cornelius doesn't need to know that it's undead, but I need to know for rolling.
Yeah. I think... No, undeads are different from... what are those?
Aberration.
Like, I think it's called an aberration. They're like ghasts.
There's a difference between a zombie and Cthulhu.
Yeah, they're aberrations. I wasn't sure if there was if aberrations. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure if aberrations were similar or considered undead. Yes, they are aberrations.
Yeah, they were similar. It was like a template back in 3.5, but I think 5e is just you're undead or you're an aberration.
Yeah, they are not undead.
So my first roll is going to be a 19, and I'm going to spend a bonus action to Warpreet.
All right.
Oh wait, no, I get 3 attacks because it's attack action. So it's 19, 14, and then...
The third one?
25.
You got the first and the last one. The second one did not hit.
So the first one does 19 radiant.
All right.
The second one does 24 radiant.
All right. It's the Mist turn next, and they're gonna attack. Worm has moved in again, so it's gonna attack Cornelius. Both of those miss.
Oh, I thought Ishta was last.
Oh, the Mist gets multiple attacks, scattered throughout the initiative order.
Whoa! That's red.
And then
It's a swarm.
It's the Mist turn again.
Bring it on. I can take it.
Well, it's versus Kalos next, and that is a 21 and a 15. Which I believe both hit. So 5 and 6 for a total of 11 slashing damage on Kalos.
Wait, what was the total?
11.
Could I uncanny dodge?
No, you already used your reaction for this turn.
All right.
Wait, it already came back to you. So yes.
Oh, okay.
Because his reaction comes back after his turn, and he did that before his turn and now after his turn.
So I take 5 points.
Yes.
Okay.
Ishta is going to use this turn to assume her dragon form, but that is her action. Oh, back to the top of the initiative. Pops is going to try and regain his breath weapon, which he does not. So instead, he is going to just use all 3 of his attacks. Oy vey. That is not the good rolls. I threw 2 natural 6s. Oh, but he gets plus 17 to hit, so that's fine. So both of those land, and the third one lands. For a total of 42 plus 17. Or, what is that, 59?
What was the numbers again? I was spaced out.
42 and 17.
59.
Yeah.
So just reaching down into this ocean of mist, and you watch as they make purchase almost as if you were running a knife through gelatin, with that sort of slosh and resistance, and then reaching down with the gargantuan dragon's head and just ripping down with the teeth a chunk out of the ocean. The mist turn is going to take an attack against Pops. Neither of them can hurt him. Suck at rolling, even though one was roll 18. Nervek, that's your turn. Sorry, I'm keeping track of a lot right now. Things might move a little slowly. Yeah, that'll do it. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, ew, not those.
Ah, yes, those.
26.
That's a success.
Alright,
15.
Ooh. Well, you're far away enough.
Nat 1!
I should have mentioned that those in the back of the room, Nervek and Emery, are not in range of this, so you're fine.
I got a nat 1, but I'm gonna roll again because I have luck. I'm gonna remember that. this
Halfling
time.
luck.
Nat 1
Listen.
from me, fam!
Alright,
Get that
let's do
super
this.
luck.
24.
Alright, you avoid the falling boulders as the wall of stone explodes forward, and all of you see the ghastly form of an ancient copper dragon. In its gargantuan size, only slightly smaller than Pops.
Oh lord.
Everybody make a wisdom saving throw, including those in the back.
Ooh.
$26.
21.
That's a 16 for me.
Soft 20 for Nervek.
And Emery? Emery, you actually are unaffected by this.
Also, is this to
Yeah.
be frightened? Is to be frightened?
This is the frightful presence effect.
So could I possibly take use of being brave, taking advantage on saving throws against being frightened?
Yes, you can, because you do become frightened.
Yes. That's 19.
You matched the 19 wisdom saving throw. So, who got lower than a 19?
No one.
No one?
Yeah,
Alright,
everyone
and-
else passed.
So all of you hold your ground against this ancient copper dragon. Well done, all of you.
We're brave boys.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
But dragons,
I'm immune.
yes, dragons are unaffected by other frightful presence. So you have something to be thankful for, Emery, on that end. All right, so that's an action. Yep, it destroyed the wall. So who failed the dex saves?
Hi.
Yeah, you got a natural 1. I believe there were 20s upwards from the other people who were in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got
Okay, so
24.
the natural 1, you take 4d12 bludgeoning damage. Oops, that fell off. 25 points of bludgeoning damage. Because rocks fall and nobody died.
That
Ow!
That
It
could have been
hurt.
a lot worse.
Yeah. 25 off of 4d12.
Yeah, that's about that. That's about middle. Yeah.
Alright. It's the mist turn once again. That is poured through. It's going to attack Starark. That is a 12 and a 10, so I don't think either of those hit you.
They do not.
Kalos.
Yeah.
Turn.
I'm going to try to attack the mist once again.
And just for point of clarity, you can only reach the Copper Dragon with things that can land attacks of over 40 feet. It is 40 feet away.
I'm not gonna try that. I'm just gonna try to attack what's close
Alright, go ahead.
with my dagger. Alright. That's 16.
16 is the AC.
Oh.
Man, you're not doing much, are you?
You know, I'm just here to give moral support.
16 is the AC of the mist, as well as their saving throw. 16 is a lot of numbers for the mist.
Yeah.
It's
So, that's a no-go?
a no-go.
Okay, that's all good.
The mist again, who is going to attack Starark again for a total of 10 and 11. And since they do not hit you, they do not activate the Thorns effect of your armor either.
Okay.
Emery's turn is still being taken up.
Oh, does that mean we're gonna count the Thorns attacks from the ones before? Oh no, that one's dead. Or is it
Starark,
still one entity?
it's your turn.
I feel like a monk because I'm just gonna be hitting this thing like crazy. Let me get the numbers out. Is this the right one? Yeah. 23, 11. That's the 2 I can do, and the damage is
Well, only one landed. The 11
yeah,
did not
only
hit.
one. Oh, hold on.
Damage.
Yeah. There it is. That'll be 16 points of damage. 4 cold, 12 piercing,
Yes.
and Thunderous Smite.
Okay. Throw damage for Thunderous Smite. It is immune to the prone condition, so can't be knocked prone.
Another 7 points. For a
Alright.
total of 21.
Cornelius.
I'm going to take the attack action and forgo one of my attacks to use Commander's Strike.
Alright, who are you commanding to strike?
Kalos.
Alright, Kalos, make an attack check.
Okay.
Roll your superiority dice. See what his bonus is on top of all that. Roll the attack check.
Well, that's his damage, and he's adding 2.
Wait. I'm kind of...
Actually, wait. Can I actually take that back? Because I don't think I can actually target him with that.
Sure.
I'll do Starark instead, and you'll add 2 to your damage if you hit Starark.
Okay. So.
Anyway, while he's doing that, I need to make my own attack roll.
Yes.
11.
11 does not hit.
That is a 21.
21 does hit.
And that'll be 23 radiant damage.
Alright. It's the Mist turn next, and it's going to attack Cornelius. Neither of them hit. It's the Mist again.
Isn't it mad at me that I'm radiating off?
Against Kalos, that's a 12 and a 17, so one of those hits.
Yep.
For a total of 8 damage. Man, I am flipping through the pages of this DMG. The monster manual, I mean.
Oh, by the
looking at all
way,
these
the
dragon
reason
stats.
why I think I couldn't target Kalos with that is because it's a reaction. So that was your reaction for the turn,
Yeah.
Zarek.
So may I have that damage then? To 4?
Okay.
Yes, because you have taken your turn.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's see. Oh, Ishta's AC is 18, so neither of those hit Ishta, who has made her way to the front.
The +2 for
Yeah,
the...
Shield of Faith.
Well, yeah. So, is at a soft 20 right now. And it's now Ishta's turn, who is going to use her breath attack. On both the dragon and the... It's not a cone, it's a line. 60-foot line.
Oh, she's a sniper.
Which both of them succeed on. So they only take 28 points of damage. Alright. So many dragons in this fight, holy shit.
Yeah, this is intense.
It must be pretty shocking for people who haven't seen dragons before.
Yeah.
Okay. Top of the round, that's another round down. I'm counting these rounds 2 at a time, by the way. Otherwise, this will take forever. Teleportation circle to happen.
Okay.
Pops breath weapon, maybe? No, he does not. 3 attacks. Yeah, all of that hits. For another 59 points of damage, because his damage is static. The mist. I'm keeping track of so much. I'm fighting against myself right now. Against Cornelius, that is a 10 and a 21.
21 is my AC.
Okay. Jesus Christ, you're hard to hit. Yeah, +1 shield and shield of faith. Back.
Kalos is easy to hit, but with that whole reaction thing, you know, kind of hard to do.
That's Nervek's turn. Upper dragon.
I'm just bunkering down.
Upper dragon. 90-foot line, 10 feet wide. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this at Cornelius and Kalos and Ops.
Okay.
Make a dex save.
Hey, alright. Uno momento. Dex save. That is...
That's a failure.
11. That's an 11. Oh wait, sorry, I looked at the wrong... Wait, no, yeah, it's an 11.
I didn't break double digits, so...
Yeah, and you needed to beat a 22.
Oh, also... I only take, half because, of evasion.
Yes. That is true. Even when you fail, you only take half.
Yeah.
Rogues. They are awesome.
Hell yeah.
But does he take half of the half?
Well,
No.
Pop saves with a 24.
Oh, Pops is such a legend.
He gets +7.
So I get to take full damage.
Yeah, the damage for these peeps is static. So you guys both, well, you take half of 63 points of acid damage as a billowing line of acid sprays, melting a lot of what's in its path.
Half of 63. So that's 31, I guess. Rounded
Yes,
down.
31.
That takes me down.
You're unconscious?
Hold on, let me.
Yep.
Yes, I am too at -17.
So both of you are
Shoot.
unconscious.
Do you need my negs? I'm at -10.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, it's
if
the
I took
mist
full
turn.
damage, I would have totally died.
It's the mist turn against their arc. Neither of those hit. Emery's turn is being used for that. Their arc.
I'm gonna stay within this thing's range and kind of run around it and get to Cornelius.
Okay.
And time to pump out all the healing I've got, right?
Pretty sure
What I've
you guys
got
are not
left.
taking a long rest in.
I don't have lay on
Quite a
hands.
while.
Yeah.
I know I have cure wounds.
You might have a first level spell slot.
Well, I don't typically use spell slots.
Yeah. You actually didn't use any spell slots. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fresh on spells. Except for that
So-
smite that you just did.
Yeah, Thunderous Smite takes a paladin spell slot, which I'm marking
And
down.
just with the revelation that we had last time we met, you do have access to healing hand.
Oh yeah.
You have that racial.
Oh man, I completely forgot about that.
So you can heal up to your level plus proficiency, question mark? I think that's how it's dealt.
It doesn't say proficiency. It's just
Okay.
your level.
Just
At least
level.
that's what I have written.
Just level.
Okay.
So, what level are you guys?
10.
10?
I'm 10. I don't know about you, these guys.
Yeah, I think
Everybody's
10.
the same level. So do you want to use that, or do you want to try and throw for cure wounds?
I'll healing hands him, and if that doesn't get any response from him,
That would get me 2-0. Would I be conscious?
No, you wouldn't be conscious.
yeah, if that doesn't get any response, then
Well, it's an
I gotta
action to
cure
use
wounds.
healing hands. You have to choose one or the other.
Well, he could use a bonus action for healing word if he had it.
I do.
Let's make this quick. We have a lot going on.
Yep.
So what is your decision?
I mean, I've already used healing hands, so healing word is next.
Okay.
I can cast it at second level for
2d4 plus casting mod
yeah.
is charisma.
That would be 2d4. Let's get this bread. 6.
Alright, you're up at 6. Remember, your form was dropped. Your transformation. You still have the radiance that you don't know what's going on with that. But the Azimar
My form had
Yes,
dropped
was
because I fell
dropped.
unconscious. Yeah, I knew about that.
and Shield of Faith.
Yep.
Just reminding you. Cornelius, it's your turn.
So I'm on the ground and I'm hurt. So I'm just trying to find a page or something. I have a plan. I'm just looking something up real quick. Sorry. I wish to cast Mass Healing Word,
Alright.
and I'm targeting myself, Sterark, and Kalos.
At least somebody cares about Kalos.
It's up to 6, so I guess I'll be hitting Pops too. Did I notice that he got hit, or was it just all a wave and I couldn't see him?
You know that Pops and... Yeah, Pops did get hit by that. It's the only thing that's hurt him so far.
I think I'll target everyone except for
You can
I think
target everybody
everyone
in your
except for
immediate
me.
area because there's 8 of you total, I think.
yeah, there's
7.
7 of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone except for someone in the back who hasn't been hurt yet. 4.
I believe that's going on to Nervek.
Everyone gets 6. And though I see Callow sitting there next to me. Is that something I notice?
Yes.
I'll healing hands him too for 10.
Alright.
Well, I'm still not conscious.
I tried. And then half my movement to get up.
Yeah, and then the other half was used to get to Kalos. So that's all you got in you.
Oh, I thought we were both. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, that wasn't good.
Mm-mm.
Alrighty. It's the mist turn, and it's going to attack the new fresh Cornelius, trying to keep him down. Neither of those hit. And then the mist is gonna try again against Cornelius for 14s.
Nope.
Those don't hit either. Ishta's gonna try and regain her breath weapon, and she does, so everything needs to make a roll where they both succeed again.
Come
Half
on,
damage.
Ishtar. Zip
Two-
zap, I'm good.
2 natural 19s for the saves against your enemies. Eight. Edge. They both save. Every strike, every bolt, every attack doesn't seem to be having that much of an impact, as any battle damage that you see is immediately resurged with more of these mist humanoids just piling in this ocean of greenish colored smoke and ooze. Alright, that's the next initiative. 2 more rounds that you guys need to survive. Ops is going to try and regain his breath weapon where he doesn't, so he's just going to make his 3 attacks. He actually missed once. How about that?
Even dragons can miss.
I'm going to have to actually subtract some of this stuff in a second from the mist because it's starting to look like numbers. This is the most math I've done in a combat in all of my time as a DM.
No, I mean, there's a lot going on.
It's the mist turn, which is going to attack Pops. 2 soft 20s, but that's still not enough to hit Pops.
It used to be not enough to hit me.
Nervek, that's your turn. Copper Dragon's gonna try and get his breath weapon back. And he does.
Well,
Okay.
He's gonna target everything in the room and do a slowing breath. Because he can do it in a 90-foot cone, which is the entirety of this room. Above the mist, of course. Everything make a con save.
I suppose I automatically fail because I'm
Unconscious?
unconscious. yeah.
Yes. I want numbers, people.
I got a 4.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
9.
Okay. Sterak?
Got an 18.
18. I know it was 19.
I mean, for me and Nervek, it shouldn't matter too much.
Well, it's gonna slow you guys down, so I'm just gonna put another turn on the casting of that. Because I'm playing it loose with the rules on that one, since I was doing it at double cast speed already, so I have to penalize you for failing the save. I'm just checking the saves on Ishta and Pops really quick.
My actions, no.
Oh, she gets +8. So that's nice. Oh, that's a success on Ishta's part. With a 23. And Pomps does not succeed, even with +16 Constitution save.
Oh my god.
They're a natural 4. So people who have multi-attack can only attack once. You cannot take reactions. Everybody failed, by the way, because it was a DC 22 save. So you can't take more than one attack on your turn. Your reactions are canceled out. Your speed is halved.
Bonus actions?
And you can either use an action or a bonus action on your turn, and not both.
Oh man.
And this is for a minute. You can remember to throw save at the end of each of your turns for this minute, because if you get it, the effect wears off, but otherwise everything is slow. Slow down.
The world.
Making little marks next to all of you, so that slowed. The only person who isn't slowed is Ishta. Yay!
Go Ishta.
But that is the entirety of the Copper Dragon's turn. So the mist is going to attack. I'm gonna roll a d4 to see who it attacks. Second, so Sterark for a 16 and a 4, which neither hit, I believe.
Correct.
Followed by Kalos, make a death save.
Okay, and that is just a d20.
Roll a d20.
Okay. Let me just.
Isn't stable from the healing?
Nope. Let me just not do the +11. As much as I would have wanted to. That's a 9.
That's one failure.
Okay.
Do you add +con to that, or?
Nope. It's a straight, it's a coin flip. Alright, the mist is going to attack Cornelius, because why not? 18, I believe, hits.
18 misses.
18 misses? What's your AC without the Shield of Faith?
19.
Ah, I see. The +1 shield.
It is the +1 shield. Well, without it, it'd be an 18.
Alright. Emery. I also skipped Nervek. Both of you guys make Constitution saves. Try and get rid of that slow.
Oh man, right.
17.
18.
Failure. Okay. Derek, your turn.
Okay.
One action or one bonus action.
I gotta get Kalos up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
half speed.
cure wounds him.
Yeah, you can get there with 15 speed.
Oh,
And
thank the lords.
you use your action to cure wounds at...
Second.
Okay.
Because I think.
How many spell slots?
Can I go to third?
Because you're a multi-class, and
'Cause-
spell slots are weird.
I've
just
got
cast-
4, 2, and 2 for
That's
Bard.
not how that works. I'll
Oh.
help you in a second. Just
Thought
go
that's
ahead
how
and
it was.
cast it at second level. No, there's special rules. Spell casting and classing.
Yeah, because I wrote them down in order of firsts.
Cast at
and
second
third.
level. We're gotta move this along.
Alright.
How much you have?
12.
Is that enough to get Kalos up?
Wait on +12 HP?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I am up and feeling well.
Oh, well, as a...
Well, subjective.
Understatement,
So,
yes.
Well.
subjectively.
It is
I'm feeling like a
overstated.
not failing a death saving throw right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is it still all wacky?
Well, I'll message you so that way it's not clogging things up.
Okay.
Cornelius.
gonna spend my action as a bonus action to second wind. Oh, and Starrick has a con save at the end.
Yes,
oh
he
yes, thank you so much. That's Nate.
What's the highest spell slot you can cast at one of your levels?
Third.
Third?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
I've got
have
2 third levels.
you have 4 third levels, and then the normal amounts for the other ones. 4 third levels, 4 first levels, and 3 second levels.
4, 4, 3.
Okay, so I
4, 3,
used my
4.
bonus action to second wind for 9 health, and then I failed my con save.
Okay. What was the con save on Starrick?
It was a failure as well. It's an 8.
Alright, the mist is gonna attack Starrick. 4 misses. 2 16s, which also miss.
Mhm.
Ishta is going to take her turn, try and regain her breath weapon. Which she does!
Keep blasting them, even if you miss.
Got that
Yo.
young dragon vigor.
Vigor.
I was saying,
Um,
it's just bomb.
Okay, the copper. Wait, what's the save on the copper? Only +8. The copper
Only.
dragon fails. The miss succeeds. So takes 6. Wait, the miss succeeds, so it's dragon failed. Actually, it's just going to succeed.
What?
Oh no!
Hey.
Oh no!
Legendary
Okay.
resistances.
Oh, true.
And actually, it's going to take a legendary action to swing its tail at Ishta.
It's like sit down.
Yeah. +15 to hit. That's a 30.
And it misses.
Shield of Faith OP!
And she takes 17 bludgeoning. Alright. Top of the round. The spell casting thing got another round added on it. Pops is going to try and regain breath weapon. He doesn't.
Because he's old.
Because he's old and he can only attack once, so he's going to attack with his bite.
Old
And that
people are the
lands.
greatest.
Con save, don't forget.
Yeah, that's at the end of the turn, though. Ishta succeeded, so she doesn't need to take one. She was the only person who did.
Met for Pops.
Bite, that deals 21 against the mist. But he is slowed, so that's all he can do. And he rolls a natural 7 plus 16, so he succeeds and is no longer slowed.
I wish I could roll a 6 and succeed.
Alright. The mist is going to attack Starark for missing. Nervek, make a con save.
Comes to a 10.
That's a failure. The Copper Dragon is going to try and regain his breath weapon, which he does.
No!
And he is going to target Alos and Starark, because you guys are closest to each other, and Ishta,
Yeah.
because she's in the line behind you.
Yeah.
So, dexterity saves. Ishta throws a natural
Alright.
7.
Let me throw this bad boy for you.
18.
That's a failure.
That's a 14.
That's a failure as well. You guys both take full damage.
Half damage because
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
For a total of a static 63.
All right.
boy.
It's
We're up,
31.
and then you were out.
Yep.
Wait, do you have? Did it come back to you yet?
Who? Me?
No, it didn't come back to you after you got picked up, so you can't uncanny dodge this.
Oh. Wait. Oh yeah. Wait, no, that's not. That's not uncanny dodge. That's evasion.
No, but you can uncanny dodge on top of evasion.
Oh.
So you're out again. Keep track of your negatives.
Yeah.
Attacks against Cornelius from the mist for a 19 and a 5. So 19
Is my AC.
is your AC. And you're hard to hit.
Wait. I'm still a little confused. Wait, Han. So I do take full damage because
take
I used
31.
uncanny dodge? 31. Okay. All right.
Yes,
that's
which
fine.
is enough to take you down.
Yes.
And it's your turn now, so make a death save.
Okay. That is a 13.
That's a success.
Yes.
The mist is going to attack Cornelius again. For fails. Natural 3, natural 4. Emery, make a con save.
Natural 1.
That's a success! That's a failure. Okay. Stirk.
Ah,
It's your
same
turn.
as always gonna do.
You're only gonna be able to attack, or
Hit
you're
it
healing.
once.
Oh, I thought you were gonna heal. Talos.
Can I keep healing?
Yeah, you can heal again.
I thought we could only cure wounds like one time.
What? You have spell slots.
Oh, I'm dumb then. So I can cast it at 3rd level, right?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm gonna start adding the damage that the mist has taken against its health.
Only now has he started.
Because it has a really big health total.
The mist is actually dead by -1.
Okay, so Kalos is back up.
Well, how much negative did he take?
I would. Hold on. I'm at -20.
But you said he passed the death saving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but that
he's
doesn't
not
mean I'm back
stabilized.
up.
He needs to
Yeah.
succeed 3 times to be stabilized.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
It's either that or
That's
I get a
not
natural
cool.
20, and then I'm immediately back up.
Full health and all.
I like that you're a
Um,
DM now. You know things off the top of your head. Nope, the mist is still kicking by a good amount. You guys have only gotten it halfway down,
I need to heal my friend here.
including the dragon's help.
Come back up, buddy, with another 12.
Oof.
That's
Hurt.
nose to the grind, and that's your turn because that's your action.
Yeah.
Cornelius.
And
Con save.
Con save at the end. Cornelius.
on 11.
Failure.
Callus is still down.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna take the action to spare the dying on him, and then just do my cons.
Stabilize and con save. So now the next healing will bring you up.
Oh.
Spare the dying is no negatives in our game.
7. I'm slow.
Slowed. Mist. That's gonna attack twice against Stirark. 18?
19. Sorry.
Yeah. Both of you. Fuckers.
So I'm just at 1 hit point then?
No, you're at 0.
Oh, 0.
Why do you think we turned to each other? We were the ones that were holding the line.
Yeah.
Ishta is going to attack again, try and regain her breath weapon, but she doesn't.
The vigor can only go for so long.
And she attacks the mist, which hits, and she deals damage. God, why can't Blue Dragon be near Copper Dragon in the book? Like, I have to turn like 30 pages.
That's what Google's for. No page flipping.
For 16
page
damage
flipping.
against.
Just little pages on the top.
It's okay, I have fast as fuck fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, and with that, it's back at the top of the round, so 3 more rounds because you guys are slowed, so it's taking a little while longer to cast the spell. Pops is going to try and regain his breath weapon, which he does not.
Wait,
But-
you doubled it, or you only added +1 turn?
I doubled it, so it's casting at normal speed now that it should be instead of the quickened speed that it was before until you guys continue on the save.
How many turns is it gonna take you, old man?
3 more at this current rate. Pops is no longer slowed, so he can make his 3 attacks. Both of those hit, and that one hits too. And his total on that is 59. Okay. The mist is going to attack Ishta. Fails. Shield of Faith drops on Ishta because you never rolled concentration checks.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And you took like 63, so you needed to roll like 30.
Really
so,
high.
Yeah.
Nervek, make a concentration check. Or constitution save, I mean.
That's a 16.
That's a failure. Alright, Copper Dragon is going to try and regain its breath weapon. And suck fail.
Not one, so he never gets it back ever again.
Copper Dragon.
Not one, he forgets how to breathe and dies.
Let's see. It's going to use Frightful Presence again. So everybody make wisdom saves.
Can we be affected by that again?
Can you? Let me see. Oh no, you're immune. That's right.
Can we?
Yeah, you're immune for the next 24 hours. So I'll bring in a different dragon. I'm kidding.
Oh no! That would legitimately scare me.
3 more copper dragons show up.
I'm pretty sure you're immune to all.
No, you're immune to the dragon's frightful presence. That's a ruling on my part, but I'm not that cruel. Then I guess it's just going to step through the mist for the first time instead of just keeping its distance 40 feet away.
Oh no.
And it's going to walk up directly to the front lines and claw against Cornelius and Sterark, and is going to try and bite Pops. Cornelius, that is 23, which hits. And Sterark, that is a 31.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Can't
statics.
defend against a dragon.
Both of you take 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then the bite against Pops, which is gonna land because that's a 30. Deals 19 to Pops. Alright, Mist is going to attack Sterark for 2 natural 8s. Kalos,
Yes.
death save.
Got
He is
it.
stable.
Oh, yes, you are stable.
Oh,
Never
yeah,
mind.
sorry.
Nothing.
Alright.
Your turn is skipped.
Oh, cool.
Mist is going to attack Cornelius for natural 9, natural 3. These dice do not want to hit you for whatever reason.
Hey, listen, I'm happy that they're not attacking me.
Every Constitution save.
18.
Failure. Sterark.
Man, so we do have to pass the 22, don't we?
Yep. I don't make the
man.
rules, I only make the rules.
Oh boy. At this point, I need to keep me up.
Kalos isn't up, he's just stable.
I know, but I need to get up even higher, lift myself. Jesus Christ.
Lift Yourself by Kanye West.
I'm cure wounding myself. Or how is Cornelius looking?
Very, very bad.
Cure wounding Cornelius then.
You walk away from Kalos to get to Cornelius. It takes all of your movement to go 15 feet because you are slowed, and you cure wound.
Sterark, a man of the people.
Another 12.
Make sure you keep track of your third levels. I think you have 2 left.
2, yes.
Okay. Why am I looking at the School of Illusion? I'm just like looking at text that I don't need this book for right now.
That's
I
pretty
laugh.
cool. You know, it's tricking your mind.
Kalos is practically just playing dead at this point. He's being ignored.
Cornelius.
How far back are the
There are
other two?
save.
Yes, thank you.
The 2 that are doing the spell?
Failure.
They are 40 feet behind you. The chamber is only 80 feet.
Can I move 10 feet without being swiped?
No, you'd be moving out of the mist's range.
I'll take that chance.
Okay. Mist makes their attacks against you. They both missed.
Ha.
I get it, missed.
You are
then
still
once-
technically within the range of the dragon, so you're...
The moment I'm within 30 feet, I cast Bless, targeting myself, Emery, and Nervek.
Yeah, that adds a d4 to saves, right?
Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or save.
Nice. Okay. So remember that. Make your constitution check. Or save, rather. This is going to attack Sterark. Soft 20. You got hit.
Oh, congratulations.
That's a 9 from me.
Uh,
I'm still slow.
you take 7 points of damage, and they take 1d12 damage. They take 7. 7 lightning damage from the Thorns effect.
Oh, I'm not looking too pretty.
Ishta's turn.
Sterark always looks pretty.
Oh,
Who does
thank
not
you.
regain her breath weapon, so is just going to attack the copper dragon, who is now in the front with her 3 attacks. I really should. I think it's +8. I should just memorize what her bonus is to attack, because she fired off so many lightning things I didn't need to. +9. So 24 and soft 20. Uh, 24 hits. And the 23 hits. My apologies, I feel like this is going rather slowly.
Well, the slow spell is in effect.
But
What is that? That's 24. And 12 for 36. 36 up against the dragon. And top of the round. 2 rounds left on teleportation circle. Pop's gonna try to regain his breath weapon. And he does!
woo!
And the Mist and the Dragon are going to need to make saves. The Dragon succeeds on a natural 20. And the Mist does not. So, Dragon takes half of 67, which we said was...
33.
3. And another 67 that flash freezes the Ocean of Mist temporarily, seeming like it was the end of it, but then it swarms back into the space from the funnel point at the... Well, it's not a funnel point anymore because the wall is just gone. It
Yeah.
just flows back in. Alright, Mist is gonna make attacks against, doesn't fucking matter because it doesn't hit anybody. Concentration, Constitution save, don't forget you have Bless, Nervek.
I got a 1 plus a 6 for a total of 7.
Plus a D4?
The D4 was
That
the
was
one.
the D4.
Okay. That's a failure. Dragon. Copper Dragon. Does not regain its breath weapon. So it's going to... Yeah, it's going to swipe at... It's going to do the same type of attacks it did. A claw each at Cornelius and Starrick and a bite on Pops. So Cornelius, that is a 24.
Yep.
Starark, that is a hit. I don't even need to tell you it's 28.
Okay.
Both of you take another 15.
And how does concentration work? I have to.
You need to
a-
beat 10. It's the amount that you took halved, but if it's less than 10, it's 10.
Okay, so I have the Warcaster feat, so I get advantage.
And
That's
it's
a con saving throw?
Yes, it is a con save. Theme of the night, con save.
I am
For who?
downed.
You're unconscious. Were you
Yep.
focusing on anything? I don't think so.
No.
It's a 14
Okay,
for
you
my concentration.
You hold concentration. Starrick drops.
How much did it do?
15.
15.
Okay.
And
Just so I can write
Pops
this accordingly.
does not get hit by the bite. The craning upper dragon's head tries to go for Pops's neck, but a large dragon claw just swipes it out of the way and pins the dragon's neck to the ground before the tail of the copper dragon slaps the silver dragon's hand away and regains his composure, shaking the whole cavern with each of these gargantuan dragons' movements. The mist is going to try and fuck somebody up, and to get a natural 20, let's see if it was... Well, actually, no. It's just gonna hit Pops, because he's the only person left on the front lines where the mist is at. So natural 20 against Pops. Woot woot. 10. Kalos, you're good.
Yeah, just skip me.
Kels, you good? You want anything?
Want anything from the store? Mist does
Yes,
not hit
I want
Pops.
a health potion.
Starrick, death save.
Just a D20. Four.
That's one failure. Cornelius.
Second level healing word on
On who?
Stark.
Okay.
That's 7 healing.
Keep track of
Sorry,
your negatives.
I'm still down.
Missed against Pops again.
And I'll do my con save.
Yes, you will. And missed against Pops again. Another natural 20.
Oh, the mist is
For
coming through now.
one that has to hit Pops apparently.
No, so close. 19. I had a chance.
Almost 14. Damage against Pops. Ishta's going to try and regain her breath weapon, which she does not. Make her 3 attacks against the copper dragon. Natural 20 and a natural 1. And another natural 20.
Ishta min-maxing. I taught her well.
Taught Ishta the rare art of min-maxing.
So what is that? 24, 48 on the bite. And 24 on the claw. The claw. Okay, top of the round, 1 turn left until the spell, and it is at that point that all of you call out for it. Nervek and Emery, there's about 6 seconds left, and they have 1 round to get to the circle.
Mhm.
Well, 2 technically, because it's next, so you guys get 2 opportunities of movement to move 40 feet. Pops is going to scoop up Kalos with his tail, and how far can he move him? His tail.
Fling me.
Just splat him against the wall.
Lifts you up and moves you back 15 feet.
Oh, nice.
And then gently places you down. He could throw you, but you're unconscious.
I mean, that would be making Kalos die the way Achilles died.
Yeah.
Splat
You
it up
bonk
against
your
the
head.
wall.
Pops is gonna use one of his attacks to do that. Use his tail. Actually, is that all he does?
I mean, you said he wasn't slowed.
Yeah, but that's not part of his multi-attack. Yeah, that's all he does. He just holds the line. The mist is going to attack Pops. Or nothing, because they suck. Nervek. Make the save.
You bet.
With
And I-
bless.
Okay, I was gonna ask about bless.
It's a concentration that I kept.
Sick. Okay, bless is 2, and the save is 8 for a total of 12. So fail.
Alright, the dragon is going to try and regain its breath weapon and fail. And unleash its... Actually, I'm gonna have the dragon make a history check.
Wow.
Smart lad.
21. It uses its tail and grabs Sterak's unconscious body.
I didn't consent to this.
It drags Sterak over to it and holds it up using its tail about 15 feet in the air. The mist is going to miss. Kalos. Still good.
Oh, I'm just chilling.
Mist is gonna suck again. Emery. Concentration check. Constitution save. With Bless.
$24.
You succeed!
Woo! Seeing the 4, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna happen.
It did something!
It did do something, man.
Sterak. Death save.
Yep. 5.
Failure. That's 1 success, 1 failure, right?
No, 2 failures.
Ew, okay. Cornelius.
Oh, I don't. Stark, this is the best I could do. Second level healing word.
For all intents and purposes, you are grappled, Sterak.
Yeah. I'd assume so. That's enough.
You're up.
I'm up.
Your death saves reset.
Do they?
They do. When you become conscious, your death saves reset.
Bomb!
Um,
Worried. I was literally at -1.
that's...
And I guess I have to move towards...
You do need to move towards.
So he picked Starok up in place, 15 feet into the...
No,
He's just kind of
towards
dangling him?
So Starok was 30 feet away.
Okay, I'll have to move to where I'm 15 feet within the circle. I don't want to leave, but I want to get myself in position. So I guess I'll move my...
Your half movement, yep. And the Copper Dragon is not going to do anything. It's more focused on its new prize.
Oh man, here we go.
Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Big
23!
money.
You succeed. You had to get a 23.
Yeah, buddy. Big money.
Alright, the mist is going to suck at doing its job.
It bonks Sterark
Twice in a row.
by accident.
Ishta is going to charge forward through the mist and try and fight the Copper Dragon for Sterark. This is going to be the strength contestation of the century. Copper Dragon got a natural 1.
Ooh.
Ishta can still fail.
Come on, Easter.
Natural
Don't do me
5
like this.
plus 5 for a total of 10. It is a natural 1 plus 8.
She won by 1.
Yeah, buddy.
So she wrenches forward, using her teeth, bites off the somewhat corporeal tail, and scoops you up with a single claw, and then uses the rest of her flight movement to fly you back, taking the attacks of opportunity from the Copper Dragon. Ooh, one of them misses. 2 of them misses. For a 19 damage from its bite. And flies you over to teleportation circle, setting you down. Because she never got slowed.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the turn to get to the circle.
And
It is about to cast.
Because he moved me 15 feet back, do I still need to move like 25 feet?
Another 15, I believe.
Another 15, okay.
Or
Yeah,
20.
Yeah, you're within 5 feet of me, though.
Yeah.
So like 20 then. Yeah?
Yes. Okay. Pops is next. And... oh man, this is a decision that Pops needs to make.
Does he go with us or stay?
He's gonna try and regain his breath weapon, which he does. He's gonna use his breath weapon on the both of them. And they both fail. For 63, I believe. Correct?
Yeah, that was the static number.
Well, that's the static number for the acid. Is it 63 for both of them?
67.
67,
Yeah,
because
67.
silver dragons are cooler.
I see.
That was like a triple entendre.
Yo, favoritism.
Oh, shit, yeah, it was like an entendre. Neat.
I need to do some math really quick. Fill the time, fill the time. I need to do math.
What?
God, that is not how you fill the time. Since I'm on the circle, I'm gonna say, how much longer, you two?
Not much. Can tell you that.
The runes begin to light up and activate around the teleportation circle.
Can I just say what I'm going to do, because since I don't think rolls are going to be involved?
Go ahead.
I'm going to grab Kalos and just... I'll dive if I have to.
Okay.
If he dashes while slowed, does that have any
I am
effect?
not slowed, I made it.
Not slowed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh boy, you gotta go.
The mist still is up. It has taken 664 damage. And it's still
Oh
up.
my word. Its health
Actually-
is 665.
Actually, I'm gonna make a slight addendum. I'm not slowed anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm still
Well,
gonna
you were
grab.
not slowed at the end of your turn, so for this next turn, you will not be slowed.
No, I made the save last turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm
My
saying.
last-
So when we get to you in a moment, well, maybe not in a moment. Maybe you guys die. The dragon still needs to go.
I'm just gonna explain what I do on my turn.
Yeah, we'll get to
So,
that.
so I'll grab him and make a mad dash. As I'm running, I'll do healing word on Kalos.
All right. Why not cure wounds if you're right there?
Epic.
Because action to grab him, movement, and then I only have a bonus action.
Correct. Yeah, and the dragon is still up. Well,
Are they looking incorporeally rough?
the dragon kind of is.
They're looking more lifelike.
Okay.
More lively, I guess I mean.
After this, I'm gonna show you guys all the stuff that I have written down on this. It's ridiculous, actually.
Jeez.
Okay. The mist is... I'm not even gonna roll for the mist. The mist sucks.
The mist kills Pops.
With the sacred 6 natural 20s in a row, the insta-kill happens.
Oof.
That used to be a house rule for some people in 3.5.
6 nat 20s is an insta-kill?
3.
3.
Nervek. Constitution save.
Coming right up.
Still with bless.
Bless of 2. Con of 10 for a total of 12.
He's saying bless up, but in reality, there ain't no bless happening
I think
there.
this... You guys are all clustered together within 10 feet, so if this breath weapon gets recharged...
Party wipe.
Wait.
No, I've still got plenty of temp hit points from when I killed all those people. I might.
I think because Cornelius hasn't gotten me yet, I think I'm the only one that's kind of out there.
Well,
No, I'm still next to you.
Everybody's clustered
yeah.
at the teleportation circle, which is a 10-foot diameter circle.
Oh, cool.
And I just regained my breath weapon.
Oh, no.
Now I need to make a decision for this dragon. I'm gonna make a wisdom save.
Total party wipe. Total party wipe.
I'd like to see it try.
26 on this copper dragon's wisdom save.
Oh.
The DC was...
It begins to crane its neck in the direction of all of you to billow out its acid breath. And then... Sterark. You see the lifeless, dull, misty green eyes flash copper for a moment. Make an insight check. And then it's going to turn instead and hit Pops with the acid breath.
13.
Pops fails the acid breath save. I will message you what you know. Alright. Pops takes the full brunt of that acid breath, failed with a natural 2. Fuck. Mist sucks at its job. The movie, yep. Kalos. Still good, buddy.
I'm still just, I'm here, you know?
Mist
The
sucks
mist
at the movie.
sucks too.
The mist,
Electric Boogaloo.
the mist half sucks. Because I got a natural 20.
It's been trying to make up
10.
for its worth.
10 whole damage on Pops. Emery,
Bring him down to -1.
the spell is basically cast already, so you no longer need to focus on the scrying orb. You can take your turn this turn to do something.
I really have nothing I can do.
I mean, you have a wand. You have several wands.
Fireball him.
I'm not gonna waste my time.
All right.
Just gonna try and get through the portal.
So you step into the circle, and that's the end of your turn. Sterak.
I'm gonna yell for the other two to get back, to get over here.
Well, one of them is unconscious.
The dragon? Are dragons? No.
What do you mean? You mean Pops?
Ishta's with
Yeah,
you.
Pops and Ish.
She just
Oh,
hasn't-
she's here.
Yeah, she carried you over. Just hasn't
Okay.
turned back.
Good.
Dab.
Then, how rough is Pops looking?
You can't tell. You
Oh.
can't tell which ones are battle scars and which ones are fresh. They all cut the same
Jeez.
deep.
I guess I'll just kind of watch and try to keep Ishta here.
Okay. Cornelius. You run forward. Grab.
Well, I'm within. I'm like diagonal to him within 5 feet, so I can
Sort
just
of.
grab him.
Yeah.
You dash scoop.
And go ahead and throw the healing. Which, actually, unless you really want to be specific about keeping that number, you don't really need to because you'll be up.
I mean, kinda.
Actually,
But I rolled it.
you run forward and grab Kalos, and he begins to evaporate.
Oh.
Okay, so can I knew about this. Can I try to describe what I'm doing?
Yes.
Hot potato.
Shovel toss, shovel toss.
So I actually kind of want to grab him. Like, how do I explain it? How I want to grab him is because since he's diagonal to me, I kind of want to like grab his ankle and kind of pull him towards me, and then grab him and then go. But by grab him, I mean like kind of like hug him around the stomach, and just kind of push as I'm running, and just as you know, leave as much room for him to evaporate as possible before dropping him on the circle, like whatever's left.
Make an athletics check, just so that way I can see about how much you're kind of just tossing him around to try and touch him as little as possible. And for the least amount of time as possible.
26.
You succeed. So you grab the ankle like you wanted, and you watch as it immediately begins to come apart in these strands, and you pull him forward, and you stop touching him as he slides towards you on the smooth steel surface of the floor. And he slides for a little bit, and you just grab his shoulders and then slide him again until he's on the circle. And every touch is the strands of his body just
And then as soon as he
flail
hits, as soon as his body slides to it, that's when I'm doing the healing.
Yep.
And then you get 5.
Wakey, wakey, little boy.
I wasn't gonna do that to heal you and then jostle you around.
So you're up at 5, you're laying on the ground, and you're with everybody.
And then I'm just making my way over
Yes.
with my movement.
The mist slightly sucks. The sequel, yes, and the trilogy, yes.
Electric Boogaloo.
Ishta is going to spend her turn shifting back into her humanoid form, and step into the circle, and then turn and look at both of the ancient dragons that are still locked in combat.
I want to do something stupid.
Well, we're still technically in initiative order. The spell will go off as soon as Nervek decides to, and before that happens, there's still Pops and the Mist. So, Pops does not regain his breath weapon. He looks back at the group of you.
It's ready!
And you watch both of the eyes close, and then a streak of white light just flies from one of the piles nearby and lands directly in Emery's hands, and it's the map. And he's going to make 3 attacks against the rough-looking dragon. One hits, and the other one does. And Pops reaches up with one of his gargantuan dragon claws, grabs the copper dragon by the throat, and then also biting it by the throat, slams it down onto the ground, and while pinning it down, just unleashes whatever's left of its breath weapon all over its face. And as that's happening, the copper dragon is beginning to ready its breath weapon once again. Nervek, what do you do?
Okay. So the spell will happen at the end of my turn or when I want it to?
That all of your turn right now. So you either release it or you continue to hold it.
Can dragons turn into human form at will?
Yes, you just saw Ishta do it, and you've seen Pops do it several times.
And how far away is he from me currently?
About 50 feet.
About 50 feet. Okay. I'm going to shout towards Pops. Turn into human form, you stubborn, scaly bastard. And then I'm going to take flight, dash action, and.
So you're still concentrating on the spell. You can either drop it or hold it for a turn. That is what you are doing.
Oh, okay. So I literally have to chill either way.
Well, you can either loose it right now or you can hold it for another round.
We'll hold it.
All right.
Hold it. No man left behind.
Well, right after you is the copper dragon, and
That's
I will
fine.
still allow you to use your reaction to release the spell as it begins to fire its acid breath in your direction. All of you.
So we saw that Pops pretty much just closed his eyes and then just went in on the dragon.
He closed his eyes and then made the map
clear that
fly.
he'd stay.
He closed his eyes and then focused on making the map fly towards you, and then turned around and tried to finish off the dragon.
Pops is being so stupid, and I'm aggravated because. Yeah, well, sure, fine. Yeah, we'll release it. Whatever.
The acid begins to fly in your direction in a single stream, and you watch as the mist begins to coil up around Pops as the air and the space around you begins to shift and change and warp, and your surroundings change, and all of you land, sending air out all around you. You're in a very, very dark stone room that has pews made of carved stone that have fallen to disrepair, with small steps leading up to a single stone table in the style of an altar, surrounded by stone walls painted and carved into murals. And Cornelius, you look towards the table and you look towards your surroundings, and everything around you goes black, and you drop down to your knees and then down onto your face. All of you see as the light that has been surrounding him leaves him, and he's out.